Is that why you are here?
I address you tonight as a citizen of humanity. We are faced with the very gravest.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Live from the Plantation. I'm Spartacus 2.0, a.k.a. Jerry Metcalf, and with me, as usual, upstairs across the gallery on his own prison phone is Lucifer 777.
What's good? What's good?
Today we're going to be talking about a little bit about news of the day, some random shit that's going on in the world out there with you guys. And I guess the biggest thing that's happened in the last couple of days was that mass shooting in Texas. Our hearts go out to all the families and victims and everybody impacted by that horrible scene. That being said, Seven, get us started.
Most definitely, bro. I mean, you hit the nail right on the head, man. I mean, hit the hammer right on the nail. It is random, right? It seemed like, I don't know. To me, they need to stop putting that shit on the news, man, because these guys see that shit and they think that it's just like an instant claim to fame. Either it's they alive for it or dead. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the motive is. I don't know what the agenda is by it. It kind of reminds me, because I watch a lot of that slasher type shit in the 70s and 80s and shit like that, when everybody was seeing, what's the dog name? Fucking Dahmer, and what's the dude that was climbing through the people's name and shit like that? Climbing through the people's windows and shit.
Bundy? Ted Bundy?
Yeah. So it seemed like they wanted to, like, it's a copycat thing going on, man. And I don't really understand, like, the motive behind it. You just kill an innocent life. You waste the innocent people, waste the innocent lives, man. Kids, children. And somebody just got ran, like, they seen a whole bunch of group of people and shit like that in Texas, and they just ran them over at a bus stop.
That an accident, or he did
like
it on
6
purpose?
people. Like 7. I don't know. They said he was drunk. They killed like 7 people.
Oh my God.
There got to be like a copycat thing going on. There got to be something in the water, man. They need to just stop showing that shit on TV, man. Because these guys give me bright ideas and just picking up guns and going to random locations and just opening up fire. I mean, it's sickening for me. I don't even like watching the news already, but every time I see it, I mean, it's 199 mass shootings, and it haven't even been 150 days out
there. Yeah, that's so fucked up to try to comprehend. 199 mass shootings already, and it's only May. Which,
only May.
Speaking of, it's May is Mental Health Awareness Month, so I think you're right.
Yeah.
Putting this shit on the news is a no-no, but also our mental health in the United States is fucked up. Someone smarter than me needs to figure this shit out, but we need to start helping people with mental health issues.
Definitely.
I mean, that is so messed up. I mean, you see it in here. I mean, health is
most definitely.
I mean, seems like crisis across America. Suicide rates going up. I mean, across the board. Look, even young girls from social media killing themselves.
So you think that this is like a suicide attempt? Like they fed up with reality in the world that they live in? Like, all right, well, fuck it, this is the easiest way to go out.
Yeah, I think that you've heard of that saying, suicide by cop, right? I think, now this is just an opinion, but I have no idea what these people are thinking. I'm guessing that they figure, hey, I want to die anyway, so I'm going to go out with a bang and take as many people as I can with me. And then that way they go out, shoot a bunch of people, and then they have the cops kill them. Right? And their mind, they think they're punishing their family or somebody that hurt them when they were young. Like, I'll show you, and of course it's just a guess because I can't wrap my mind around how somebody could come up with an idea to kill a bunch of. And that dude killed some kids and women, and oh my God, it's so fucked up.
Yeah, most definitely. So all right. So let's break it down really though, right? So it's that point, it's that aspect to it, right? As far as like the suicide by cop, right? So when the kids do it, right? All right, Xing out, excluding the bullying out and stuff like that, when you just grab a gun and just go into a school or grab a life, in your opinion, what drives that person? What drives that human being?
I, this is one of those things that we don't have none of them here in prison with us. So I haven't, you know me. I like to go try to figure out how people's minds work. I've sat and talked
Yeah,
with
most definitely.
serial killers, serial rapists, talked with worst of the worst, but we just don't have. I've never been able to sit down and talk with one. Most of them end up dead. They don't come to prison.
Right. Most
Oh,
definitely. Most definitely.
I
The little
mean,
Crumley gonna be here in a minute. The guy that shot up Oxford, he'll be here in a
and
minute.
I will. Yep, and I will talk. I will sit down and try to understand. I will talk to him at some point. I don't know. It's a tough one, Seven. Oh,
Yes.
I think with every single time somebody does this, it's just a little bit different. They have to be all mentally messed up. They have to be broken inside of them. I don't know if they're psychopaths, sociopaths, somebody that's just hurting so badly on the inside that they just snaps, or if they're just flat out evil. Pleasure, or I can't comprehend what would drive or woman. Okay, we're back. Gina had cut us off. Plus, I needed some time to decompress from that, thinking about that mass shooting shit. Anyways, let's switch to something else.
Definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely. Shit. Random news.
Oh, it's Military Appreciation Month.
Oh yeah.
Let's
It
say thank you
is.
to the
It is.
military. Now, troops, thank you everybody. Anybody that served and anybody who might serve or has served or is serving, thank you for your service. We
Bradley.
appreciate you.
Bradley.
Brad. Oh yeah, Brad was. Yeah, he was in the,
Yeah,
I think he's in the
Brad.
Army, Air Force, one of them.
One of them. For sure.
Um,
All right, so what's up? All right, since we on that topic, right? Something's been bothering me, man. All right, so the guy that choked out the homeless guy, he was a war vet, right? He choked out the homeless guy on the subway in New York, right?
I know
And
the story vaguely. I know a little bit just from what other people have talked about.
all right, well, to refresh your memory and stuff like that, it's a guy. He's a Michael Jackson impersonator and stuff like that. Obviously, he's black.
Uh,
He I mean, he was struggling through mental health, have mental health conditions and mental health issues all his life since his mom died or something like that back in 2007 or something, if I'm not mistaken. And he became a little bit irate, fed up with his lifestyle, fed up with the way he living and stuff like that. And the war vet, 24-year-old war vet, I don't remember his name off top, had put him in the chokehold. Said they didn't have intentions to kill him and stuff like that. And I was thinking, like, they didn't charge him nothing, right? They didn't charge him. But I was thinking, right, if it was anywhere else, like, say the state of Michigan, right? If you buy a murder, if you buy a dead body, you going in. Your
yeah,
ass going in.
Yeah.
Your ass going in, man. And you can go ahead and deal with the consequences later. You're going to go through this whole court process. And then, all right, yeah, you're not guilty. Okay, well, we know you weren't guilty, but somebody had to go down for it. This motherfucker walking around. He literally killed somebody.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's one of those things I don't really know enough to. I don't know what happened. Like I don't even. I just know that the dude choked another dude and killed him. So other than that, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen anything or read anything on it. So this is one of those ones where I just can't really make a comment because I have no clue. Like you, I watch very little news because it's all bad. The only time I might watch the news is like when we're going to do this episode today. Watch the news for the last couple of days just so we could talk about what's going on. But other than that, I avoid the news. Fuck, I take most of those channels off my TV.
Well, let me get your thoughts on this, right? Skip the controversy that's going on, the protest that's going on and stuff like that, because it's a tragedy. It's a tragedy. The not being charged thing. That's what got me. That's what got me in the first place. That's what got me in the first place. Like, I know people that's locked up for 50 years. For 50 years, didn't touch a body. They said you didn't tell. You knew what happened and you didn't tell. So you just as culpable as the guy that pulled the trigger.
Yeah, like Nova, they gave him 50 years, and all they did was an armed robbery. And I'm not saying like armed robbery. All they did was a light issue, but they didn't hurt anybody. And I get it; it's still a crime.
They didn't hurt anybody.
50 years of your life in prison.
50 years, and you didn't do nothing. I know some people that just didn't do nothing, was just there.
I will say this: it's probably politics. Nobody likes to go against. You know, the military can muster a lot of people when they wanna protest somebody. And I don't know, like, is there video of the dude doing it? So maybe like the other military, maybe the police watched it and he did I don't know. I haven't seen it. I don't have any clue. Did it look like he was trying to kill? It was
video.
Like,
it was video for sure. It was video for sure. He had him in, like, you know how you would wrestle with your little brother or something like that. He got the arm lock. He got this chokehold and with your legs wrapped around the torso or the body and stuff like that.
Yeah, like
he had him like that with other guys helping him in the system. Yeah, most definitely. With other guys helping in the system too. It was on the video.
Okay. Well, I'll have to try to see it. I'll try to check it. I'll try to see it, and then maybe I can formulate an opinion. Until then, I can't really tragic. Anytime somebody dies, it's really sad, especially somebody suffering from mental health. That's one of my big things, man. It's kind of like I look at mental health issues the same way I look at like people with drug addiction or alcohol addiction and illness, and it shouldn't be combated with violence or severe punishments. Again, I know that everyone, there's gonna be a lot of people that say, "Jerry, you're wrong." But hey, that's my opinion. It's America. I have a right to an opinion. But on the flip side of that, I also believe when a mental health person health issues does something wrong, it should be addressed accordingly. Prison is full of people who are mentally ill, and all they do is they just run them through the courts, give them life, run them through the courts, give them life, run them through the courts. Nobody takes into account that this person is messed up. So,
definitely.
Good that we talked about that, Mental Health Awareness Month and Military Appreciation Month. And for the dude, I want to stress, I'm so grateful to our military, really grateful. Speaking of which, something that scares me, hot topic or news of the day, something that scares me is that general that said he believes we'll be in a war with China by 2025. I don't know about you, but that scares the fuck out of me. I do not want to be in no war with China, or I don't want to be in no war, period. But I mean, that's a war that would touch us here in America because they can, it won't be like a Vietnam or Middle East. There'd be war right here because they have technology that can hit us.
Shit, they just did that biochemical warfare joint. That biochemical joint, I think that was just a test. They didn't even know.
Yeah, they COVIDed us. Yeah, they COVID our ass.
They COVID us for sure. That's probably what it was. They say it was just a leak. I don't know. Hell yeah, for sure. They just trying to see how far and fast it will affect everybody. That's just a conspiracy that I thought of. Because why the fuck would you be fucking with, backwater, in the cave and stuff like that? What's the use? Like, why would you be doing that?
Yeah. Or that.
I don't understand. Why would you be fucking with bat shit?
What's that shit where they make the term? I can't remember the medical term, but where they take a virus or a bacteria and they upscale it and make it more powerful.
Yeah.
Who isn't that? Is some insane shit. Yeah, we were doing.
Why would you be doing that?
Case. so we could, here's what they say, so we could defend against it in the future. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard of.
Right.
Let me make a
Just in
virus
case
that
it
could kill off
mutated.
humanity. That was
That's
about as dumb as
crazy.
inventing nuclear weapons. Dumbest shit ever.
And that's the thing, though, right? So if there's no logic behind it, right? If nobody can come up with a logical explanation, the only other explanation is biochemical warfare. We prepare for biochemical warfare.
Right.
A weapon.
Right. They're
We're
creating
gonna weaponize
weapons.
this shit. Most definitely.
And
So,
you know, China, they want Taiwan back because the way China sees Taiwan is the same way Russia sees Ukraine. Like they were a part of the whole, and they never got to break away. Like we say Taiwan is a free nation. We say Ukraine is a free nation. Those other like this, you know, Russia and China, they say no. Those they've been a part of us forever. Just because they broke away, rebelled, don't mean we've forgotten. Even if it's been 60, 70 years, they haven't forgotten. That would be like if California all of a sudden decided, yeah, we're not part of the United States. We didn't have the power to make them stay. But 50 or 60, 70 years from now, we did have the power. And we, you know, decided, yeah, you're going to come back into the fold whether you want to or not. Same thing. So it's one of those, I hate that we get involved in other people's politics.
but that's the craziest thing ever, though, right? All right, the human mind is fucked up, man. Taiwan ain't got shit. Why do you want to hold base in Taiwan? Why do you want Taiwan anyway? Just leave them people alone, man. Just leave them alone.
Yeah.
Why do you want the Ukraine? Just leave them alone. They doing their thing over there, living merrily, having kids. Leave them people alone over there, man. What the fuck you want to go over there for? You got no reason to go over there.
All right, listen, I agree. They're both. It's all about politics and power, like and perception. Like
That's
for
what it is.
Ukraine, I think a lot of that is how Putin feels on the inside. Like, yeah, we need this back. It's part of our great nation. And China, it's what's his name, Xi, you know, Chairman Xi or whatever. He's the same way. He's a power monger. He wants Taiwan back in the fold just for his legacy, so he can say he did it. Because Taiwan's a little ass island, right? What the fuck good is that? China's got so much power. They build islands if they need an island. They'll just go build one right out in the ocean. They dump sand, put gravel on top, and put an airstrip on it. Bam, island. They do it all the time.
Most definitely. They like them little kids, right? Them little bratty ass little kids that have something taken away from them, and they want it back so bad they go by any means to get it back, stomping and screaming and rolling around on the ground. I need that back.
Yeah.
What is wrong with these guys, man?
Do that in here. I'm taking my ball
for sure.
and I'm going home. No, you ain't getting this ball.
Yeah.
Stomp off.
No, you ain't getting this one, motherfucker.
That's
the craziest thing in the world, man. for real. Thinking and plotting the way to get that bitch back.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get that ball. It consumes their life. He's got my shit. Like I once seen a dude stab.
Look at him over there.
Both sides. Hit him in his throat, like on the left side of his neck, all the way through. A piece of steel, all the way through. And guess what? It was over. 28-cent stamp.
What?
Stabbed the dude through his throat for a 28-cent stamp just because it was his. Could you imagine doing that to somebody? Like, you know, it's like me. I run a store. You know, hey, my thing is if somebody doesn't pay, then they needed that shit more than me. I'm not doing no crazy shit over some bullshit. You know, like I just can't wrap my mind around that. Guys say to me all the time, I couldn't run no store if someone didn't bring me they owe me a noodle, didn't bring me my noodle, I got to go get them. Well, you're a fool then.
Right.
On you.
Hey, that's savage. That's savagery. That's savagery for sure. And it'd be like it'd be the guy harboring those like ill intents in his mind, letting him marinate, and be like, man, this motherfucker tried to play me. He tried to take my shit. And his ego is convincing him that this guy is trying to wrong him or harm him some way or try to play him like he ain't, like, I'm about that, I'm him, and you ain't about to take nothing from me.
They like my mentor, Ernie Fisher, and AA used to tell me, my sponsor, he used to say, when you're doing that, you're letting somebody live rent-free in your head because they're not thinking about you. All you're doing is dwelling on them for days, and they could care less about you. They're off doing their own thing. Anyways, let's close this one up. What do we do here at Live from the Plantation? What do we do?
You break the chains, my dog.
Break the motherfucking chains. Have to be breaking them on mass shooting.
You know it. You know it.
War with China, and Gina loves interrupting. All right, take us on out, Seven.
All the time. Okay. Thanks again for tuning in, family, to another great one. This is Live from the Plantation on XV3 The Red Zone. Tune in.